All right, hello everybody. Welcome in. Welcome to the stream. We're going to be getting started in just a moment here, so stay tuned. All right, I hope everyone's ready for some Roadcraft. Let's go ahead and jump into it here. So we're going to be jumping into Sunken. It says, following a recent earthquake, the river has flooded a massive mine spanning most of the region, leading to its partial collapse that has affected the surrounding area. You've been tasked with recovering expensive drilling equipment from the mines, as well as pumping the water out from the cave system to help with future recovery efforts. So, that is our mission objective. Let's go ahead and get started here. We're going to grab our Minuteman K350. And we're going to venture into Sunken. So, we have two maps to choose from here. I don't know if I'm going to fully complete one and then go to the other, or maybe I'm going to bounce around a little bit. I haven't decided yet. But for today, anyway, we're going to go into Sunken. And get started on this one. The other map is Incommunicado as well, so that is restoring communications. So that is another cool looking map. Looking forward to getting started on that one. So, Operation Sunken, Eastern Europe summer. Your company answers an emergency call for help in surveying the damage after a recent earthquake. And yes, damaged it is. Everything is very damaged here right now. Got us a little castle. That must be the flooded mine. And here we are.
This is supposed to be a simple survey operation. They had an earthquake
Simple.
recently.
Okay.
Did quite a bit of damage to the area in general, and the steel mill in particular. We don't quite know the full extent yet. So, you just need to get in, find out, and get out. Nice and easy, right?
Sounds easy enough to me. Alright. So we got one up here and one over here to the right. So, let's head to the one straight ahead first. Let's see what we got. Alright, we got some pipes in the way here. It's a very big pipe.
Buckle up. Looks like fun times ahead. As exciting as surveying is, it's a little more than that. Who could have guessed, right? The company wants to retrieve some valuable mining equipment.
Alright, valuable mining equipment it is. Alright, so the next waypoint is over there. Let's make our way over to the next waypoint. We can we go this way? That looks kind of sketchy. I don't know if I can go that way. I don't think I can get up this. I move this thing out of the way. Oh, that should work. See if we can squeeze through here now. Looks like we can. Oh, there we go. That works. Although getting up here, probably not the best idea. I don't think I was supposed to go this way, but... Well, it worked. Alright, we got around the broken road. Oh, yeah, this road is in very bad shape. We're gonna have to do something about that. Here we are. Give the tunnel exit base access to pipe production.
I have a whole menu of things for you to do. 1, connect the tunnel exit base to the steel pipes facility. 2, make some room at the port so we can get your gear shipped over. 3, replace the gas tank at the concrete plant. You can find a replacement at the gas station. They have plenty, so they won't miss it.
Alright. I think I can use this to get back to where we started. And then we're going to take a look at the map and figure out what to do next. We do have us a garage now. So we can start getting some trucks in and see if we can get some of this infrastructure up and running here. Alrighty, here we are. Well, let's take a look at what we got to do. No side objectives. We've got to clear out the damaged containers around the port. It's up over there somewhere. Tunnel exit base access to pipe production. Replace the gas tank to start the plant. Well, we know what we got to do here. Let's start with doing this tunnel base exit right now. We're probably going to have to move some of these pipes out of the way. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the dozer. Where's my dozer at? There it is. I don't need that hint anymore. We're good. Alright, we need to clear the way for the pipe production. Where does that actually have to go? It starts and ends. Okay, so we're going to have to bring it along this road. So we're going to have to clear pipes there and pipes here. And then, oh, I can just go this way. Okay. So we just got to clear these two big pipes out of the way. Right here. That should be all we have to do for this route. There is this little weird spot here, so maybe it wouldn't hurt to put some sand down. Put some sand down and level that off. I don't think it totally needs it, but probably wouldn't hurt. Alright, in the meantime, we gotta move some pipes out of the way. Let's go ahead and get these moved out of the way here. If I can push that back, just kind of get it out of this doorway. I guess it's not really a doorway, it's more like a pipeway. Let's see if we can get this just kind of pushed out of here a little bit more. There we go, that's a nice cleared out road. And then we got some more pipes over here. Alright, that should clear this up. The other thing I want to do is add a little bit of stability to that one area that we crossed over on the way over here. As just this big bumpy spot here. So let's go ahead and grab our dump truck. There we go. Let's see. Dump truck, dump truck, dump truck. No, there it is. Actually, I don't even know. Do we have sand quarry? There's sand quarry there. We are not in range of the sand quarry here. Maybe I don't actually need to put some sand. I'm gonna put at least one truckload of sand down. I think that'll just help overall. With some of this area. See if I can find the spot that's really bad here. Right in through here. Alright, that should do that. Let's go ahead and get this leveled off. There we go. That should just give a little bit more stability for those trucks when they come through here. I'm just going to do one more pass, go in the other direction, and then we're going to get this equipment out of here. And bring the trucks through. I am going to just park this stuff right on over here for now. I'm sure we are going to need it at some point. Alright, let's go ahead and plot the route. Should be able to get through here now. Got that nice little sand that they can cross. There we go. Let's see how they do. In the meantime, I'm going to actually go ahead and just recover the dump truck. For now. Actually, you know what? Why don't I... Because I'm going to be probably using the dump truck a lot. We're going to just go ahead and retain this. And I want to buy a better dump truck. I think that'll be a good purchase. We've already got the mule and we got the good dozer. So let's go ahead and get... where is it? Get the good dump truck. There it is. There we go. We got a good dump truck now. There we go. We got the good dump truck. So I think we're probably going to need that. Alright, let's go ahead and jump in the Scout. Now let's see how the trucks are doing. The trucks got there just fine. Perfect.
Looks like we have a bit of a situation in the steel mill there. Well, more like a burst water pipe. But still, find the damaged spot and patch it up. And while you're at it, see if you can lay out a route from our base to the steel beams facility.
Alrighty. So we got another route to clear. And we got to replace a pipe. Now there's the pipe right there. And we got to plot a route from here. Probably around the corner. Down here. Down through here. So probably gonna have to clear out some more debris with the bulldozer here. I think I can just come up this way. Go up here. I may need to put some sand down. I think that's okay though. But we shall see. Alright. Let's take a look. While the steel pipes are doing their thing, we got that route going. Let's go take a look at this gas station. We gotta haul that over here. And we gotta do some containers at the port. Let's do the containers at the port. Let's go do that one. So we're gonna need to head down this way. Through here. Looks like a bunch of debris here we may need to move out of the way. And then I'm not sure where we gotta go from there. So we got a road here we could take. Well, let's go explore and scout it out. Oh, that is really nasty in there.
Good grief. This bridge has seen better days. If you feel up to it, you could fix it up. You're pretty handy when it comes to bridges. At least that's what I've been telling folks around the office. And saying that makes me realize we really need better gossip around here.
Okay, so that is a side quest. For a bridge. I think that's a side quest for the bridge. I didn't get one. Just said something about fixing the bridge. Yeah, alright. Alright, let's continue. Alright, there is a lot of junk here we're gonna have to get moved out of the way. Yeah, that doesn't look crossable at all. I should be able to get through here, though. Actually, I can go up. Yeah, I can go through here. Alright, so that will get me here. Alright, there's the port. That's what we're looking for. There it is. Clear the area of objects.
Let's clear up all the damaged containers at the port. How about trying that crane? I know you're not technically authorized to use it, but I won't tell anyone if you don't.
All right, Kelly. All right. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and stack these containers up on other containers just so we can get them up and out of the way. Grab this one. Alright, I got one more to get. There we go. Alright, we got boat supplies.
Now that's a cleanup. You must make your mother proud. The barge should have all the parts we need to put the water pump components together. Why don't you get those parts off the barge and we'll see what's what.
Yeah, that's probably fine. Alright, let's move the crane over here. Let's grab these parts. Alright, we got one more to grab. Hey, Muchahuma, welcome in. We are working on Sunken right now. There we go. Cargo unloaded from the ship.
Gosh, you got those parts off without a hitch.
Thank you,
Now
Kelly.
We need not only a route, but also a road that takes us between the port and the workshop inside the concrete plant. Maybe you can use the nearest sand quarry.
Oh, no worries. I'll probably be here for another hour and a half or so. Maybe 2 hours. We'll see. You probably join in after dinner. Hopefully you got something good. Alright, what did I miss here? I missed something. Find the nearest sand quarry for part of the road. Okay. So we need the sand quarry. 3 fuel to activate. Okay, we've got a sand quarry now. And I did get a fancy new truck. What is this? Ah, Zik 605E. Alright. We can move around a bunch of equipment with this. This is cool. Alright. Alright, so we've got to build some roads. Build some roads and plot a route. That's what we got to do here. Oh, that sounds very good. Well, I hope you enjoy. Alright, we got to build some roads. Gas tank. Where's this gas tank got to go? Gas tank has got to go to the slabs facility. But I am going to need to do a little road clearage action here. So let's we gotta clear some roads. Let's get started with the route here for beam production. So we get this route. That'll reward us with some metal beams. We do need to do some clearing there beforehand. So let's jump in the dozer. And we're going to head over to the steel beams facility and get some stuff cleared out. See what we need to do for this route. We'll get that route up and running, and then start just getting some more infrastructure up and running. We do have to build some road. We got that big equipment hauler, which should help with that. And then we got to haul some cargo, but we should probably get the routes a little better before we start doing all that. So. Just do one thing at a time here. There's a lot of different objectives here. We're just going to do one at a time and kind of go from there. Alright, I'm just going to check this route, make sure everything's good. Come down through here. This is a little sketchy, but it works. What we really need to do, though, is move this big pipe out of the way. Get some of this other debris out of the way here. Alright, the last thing is, whatever this roll of steel is here, let's get this out of the way. Alright, this has been cleared out for the most part here. I think we should be good. We can bring the trucks up through here. Yeah. Alright, so this has been cleared out. I'm not sure on that, but since it's downhill, it's pretty rocky. I think the truck should be able to do that just fine. So I move the dozer out of the way here and start plotting the route. Alright, let's take a look. Structure objectives. Here we go. Restore beam production, restore route. Yep, and then with this cleared, they can just go straight across here and up and right on over to the steel beams facility. Alright, that is taken care of. I do need to get this dump truck out of the way, though. Yes, I know. Thank you. Alright. Alright, with that out of the way, you know what I can do without working on a whole bunch of infrastructure right now is, let me go grab the mule. We're going to head over to the pipes and get a pipe built so we can replace that broken pipe, and that's just going to completely finish the steel beams objective. And then we're going to start working on the infrastructure on the rest of the map here. So that is kind of the general plan. What can we grab for scrap? How about all of these pipes? I want the pipe. There it is. There we go, and then we're going to grab some of this sheeting here. That. Let's grab another one. I want to grab this one as well. Alright, I think that should be good for now. Should be enough for one pipe. We shall see. Ah, perfect. It was just enough for a single pipe and a little bit extra. Let's go ahead and strap this down. And we're going to go ahead and take this over to the steel beams factory and go replace a pipe. Probably help if we were tracking the right objective here. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I missed the turn. I missed the turn. There we go. We need to head down here. That pipe should be right down there. There it is. Alright, we're going to grab this, because I'm actually just going to scrap this into steel beams when we get the factory going. Alright, we're going to drop you right on down. And we're going to go ahead and install this pipe. Alright, there we go. We got steel beams up and running now. Alright, let's go ahead and get this recycled just because we have it. That's a good chunk of progress towards a steel beam. We've got two already, 2 steel beams. So I am going to leave the mule here for now. And it is time to start doing some infrastructure. So let's take a look at what we got here. We need to clear this out. Probably put some sand over here. I'd like to make it a little easier to get to this gas station tank. And the tank has to... Where do you have to go? You have to go to the slabs factory. Okay. So, I am going to put a marker down here. We'll do orange there. We want to get that going. And we need to do something here as well. Do red. And right here as well. Alright, we got 3 markers on the route here that we're going to have to do some work to. And that should give us a nice, easy-going route here. So let's start off with the dozer. So the first thing we need to do is clear some debris out of the way, and then we can come in with the sand. And we're just going to put some sand down and get everything squared away. That's not awful. I could probably put some sand down there too. Oh, this spot here, yeah, that needs some work as well. I'll probably put some sand down there. But this right here, this needs to be moved out of the way. I think that should be good for now. That's just a lot of crap in the way, really. Can't seem to get that little concrete thing out of the way. That didn't quite work. That's alright. right, let's get some sand going. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get some sand going. Because I believe all of this area we're trying to work on right now is within range of a sand quarry. Yep, perfect. Alright, let's go ahead and get some sand put down. Then we'll come back with the dozer and get it all flattened, and everything should be a little bit nicer to start hauling some cargo through there. Put a little bit here. There we go. That should do for that. Alright, that should fix this area. I want to put a little bit more sand down here in some of these spots that we missed. Alright, that should do that. Alright, and then all I want to do is get some more sand to head off in this direction. Just because this is just going to make everything easier and nicer. We just do this all now. So one thing I've learned so far playing this game is just take the time to get the map situated before you actually start doing stuff. So that's kind of what we're doing right now, is just getting everything situated. Alright, that should do for that. So now we're going to go ahead and jump back in the dozer and go flatten everything we've worked on so far. And then I should be able to get one of my little markers out of the way. And everything will be peachy keen. Alright, that section is taken care of. I need to check my routes. Remaining reward 2, no rewards remaining. They should have fixed those so they're not getting stuck anymore, so that should help. Flatten this up. And I'm going to do one more pass this way and one more pass the other way, and that should flatten out this little sand ramp. Actually, I think it actually looked a little better beforehand. Kind of flattened it a little too much, but that's alright. There we go, that's good. Alright, I got one more little spot to touch up, and then this first trouble area will be taken care of. This is probably the biggest trouble area we had with all the debris and stuff here. The other two trouble areas I have, not going to be too much of a problem. Just really putting in the work on this sand right now. Alright, there we go. Okay, so that is trouble spot number 1 taken care of. Let's head over to trouble spot number 2. We're going to have to put some sand down here and some sand down there. Oh yeah, we got a really nice sand route right now. Not sure if I'm going to come pave all this. We'll see. But for now, I think sand is going to get the job done. Because this is more about just bringing my equipment through here. If we have to start routing trucks, then I'll probably look at putting some pavement down. But for now, I think sand is going to do the job we need. Alright, let's see here. I want to just go ahead and fill in this little mud spot here. That should be good there. And then we need to build a route across here. Alright, that should clear this up. And I'm going to go ahead and head over to our next trouble spot. Because I believe all we need over there is some more sand. Yep, just some sand. One more little bit of sand and this will be good. Oh no, 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 don't do that. Don't do that. Why did you do that? Alright, well there's some more sand on the way. Okay. So now it is time to grab the dozer and go flatten all this sand. Then we're going to have a solid sand route all the way to the concrete slabs facility, which is going to be just great. Oh, no, does it? No! Oh. Alright, I guess we're gonna start over. Alright. Well, on the bright side, we get to test out our previously completed trouble spots again. Alright, on our way to the sand. Let's go flatten some sand. I think one more pass should do here. I know about the greater moons. Thank you. Just do a little pass here and then up the hill. There we go. That's looking great. That is looking great. Alright, we got one more trouble spot, and then we're going to be good. We'll have this whole route all patched up, ready for use. And we'll just flatten that just because we can. And it's here. And we're just going to do one last pass across here. And there we go. That is going to fix our route. So that is going to be a perfectly fixed route. All the way from tunnel base over to the concrete slabs facility. We got a nice solid drivable route to get back and forth between the slabs facility and the tunnel base. So it is now time to replace the gas tank and start the plant. So let's go ahead and grab the mule. And we got to head over to the gas station to grab the tank and then take the tank over to the concrete plant, which we just fixed a route, so it should be easy going to get that over there. No problems at all. Alright, on our way to the gas station. Look at that. Beautiful route here.
We need a replacement gas tank to restart production over at the concrete plant. The gas station seems like a good place to look for one. Just watch your driving around those gas pumps. They might be a little touchy after the earthquake, and I'm not good with obituaries. If you're still alive after all that, I have an idea to push things along. You could grab the service truck from the gas station and use it to set up another base near the concrete plant.
Alright. Alright, we got the gas tank all loaded up. So let's go ahead and continue on our path. Let's see, we got a truck to drive as well, so we'll have to jump in and get that delivered. Wait, not this way. I gotta go the other way. Alright, going along our route we built here. Nice and smooth sailing here.
Great. Now you can restart production at the concrete plant, which means we can recycle concrete slabs. Those will be a real help for repairs and bridges.
Alright, where's this thing gotta go? Oh, there it is. Alright. get this moved out of the way. Alright, let's get this dropped off. There we go. The concrete plant is up and running. There we go. Alright, so we got our next task is to build a road. And we also have a side task to establish a river base. So we're going to work on that in just a moment. I am going to take a short break. And when I get back, we're going to start doing some road construction. So I'll be back momentarily. Alright, everyone, I have returned. And we're going to go ahead and establish river base. So we've already got the route to the concrete plant set up, so it's just a matter of bringing this truck over here. And we're going to go ahead and get that set up. Here we go. So we get this river base set up, it'll be way easier to get equipment over to the road construction area from there. Alright, there we go. We have river base.
Another day, another base. That should help us along nicely. And help the locals out too. That always makes it worthwhile.
Oh yeah. Alright, it is time to build road. So let's go ahead and build some road. We gotta head on over here. And just put some sand down and then build road. It looks like we got 2 roads to build. So let's go ahead and start putting some sand down. Probably wouldn't hurt to pick up some of that concrete as well. Maybe I'll go do that because I got the mule nearby. But let's work on the road first.
Building roads in the middle of nowhere wasn't exactly what I pictured us doing today. But here we are.
Let's see. You should also build a road after the port entrance that's near the 2 roads you're going to build. Where? Like right here? Where the water is. Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, like right here. Okay. Right next to where it says construction depot. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because this is all tore up here. Thank you for the heads up on that. Alright. Oh man, yeah, this definitely looks like a long one. You got like double lane road here to build 2 sections. It's definitely a lot of road to build. Well, if I know you mentioned you've been wanting to jump in with me. If you want to help me build this road, I can open up the multiplayer and get you a code. You want to help me build the road? Alright, sounds good. Alright, that one is taken care of. And I think I'm going to also build road through here. We got that. Alright, I think 1 or 2 more truckloads should finish this side of the road. Alright. And we're saying we got to put some road down over here as well. Alright, that'll help with that. And put some road down right here as well. Alright, that looks like a good bit of road. There we go. Alright, let's head back over. We're going to do the other side. Alright, now we just need to put sand down for the other side of the road. And then we got to do all the flattening and then start paving. That's a lot of sand we're dumping. Alright, I think we're good on sand for now. I am going to leave the sand dump truck right here for now, though. Let's go ahead and grab the dozer. Yeah, let's go ahead and start flattening everything. Once we get this flattened, we just need to pave it and roll it. I don't want to forget, I want to use the mule and pick up some of this concrete as well, just to get this out of the way. That'll probably be the last thing we do before we send the trucks on their way. Alright, here we go. Yo, David Trailer, welcome. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? We're just playing some Roadcraft right now. Working on getting a road built. We got all the sand in place right now, so now I'm working on leveling it off with the dozer. Just making this all super nice and neat. I hope you're having a good evening. It's good to see you in the stream. I appreciate you stopping by. We're going to do one more pass on this side, and that should be leveled enough. Yeah, I hear you there. I gotta start doing that. I haven't, I've only turned a couple of laps since last year's Nürburgring, so, definitely should probably doing that soon. I know, this weekend I'm gonna be running the, 4 hours of Thruxton event. So, looking forward to that one. That's gonna be a lot of fun. And then we got the IMSA Endurance Series is at Belle Isle, so I'm going to be learning a brand new racetrack this weekend. After that, it'll be time for Nürburgring. That's such a fun race, though. I really like the Nürburgring 24. Very difficult track, but it's a very fun race, and it's super rewarding when you get in the car and get a whole stint in without damaging it. It's a very satisfying feeling at that track. Alright, this section has been flattened. Do a pass down this side. This is already pretty flat. That's really good. All right. This is great progress so far. First foray into Sunken. I think it's great progress. Alright, the sand has been flattened. I gotta put, I did a couple of extra sand spots. We're gonna go get those flattened up so we can put some pavement down. So that the truck route has a place to go. Alright, we just need one more little pass through here. And then all of this will be properly flattened. Alright, there we go. We have flattened. Okay, so next up we need paving and rolling. So I am going to go ahead and grab this big guy. And we're going to move you over to river base. Alrighty, that is deployed. So now it is time to grab the paver. Alright, and now we just need to grab the roller. Alright, let's go ahead and get this equipment hauled over. Ooh, whoops. Here we go. Alright, let's get the roller off the truck. And then we'll get the paver off the truck. Alright, here we go. Oh, there we go. It's paving time. Well, it certainly isn't going to look pretty, but it is going to be a road. Nice little 2-lane road here. Alright, this section is all taken care of. Time to move on to the next one. Kind of slow going, but we're getting there. Just going to pave this little stretch of road here. Alright, we got that done. There's that. And I'm going to go grab these 2 spots over here and then go do that final pass. Alright, we just got to do that little final pass on the road there. And then it's time to get all this rolled. And then we're going to have some pretty snazzy infrastructure set up on this map. Should make it pretty easy for whatever lies ahead. Okay, sounds great. Alright, everything is paved now. Just a matter of rolling. But we got Mucho Humo is going to come in and help us up with this final step. Before we start rolling, I'm going to give him a chance to get in here, but I also want to check this route, which starts here. Go down here, over this way, over this road, over this road, over this road, over that road, over this road, all the way down here. We're going to need to clear some concrete. And there we go. Okay, you ready for the code? Alright, let's go to multiplayer. Start session. There you go. It's C363B. There you go. Welcome in. Joining now sounds great. All we got to do now is roll this stuff. And roll and then pick up some concrete. And then we can start sending the trucks on their way. Mr. Mucho Humo, welcome to the Roadcraft stream. Appreciate you stopping by to help out with this road construction project. Kind of just cleaning up the concrete right now, and then we can get the rolling going. Alright, where you at? You're loading in right now. Got a roller on the way. Perfect. I'm going to go get this concrete dropped off while you're on the way. Should be pretty easy to get over here. I did do some sand down on the route there. Should help.
Hey, can you hear me, man?
Oh, hey. Yeah, I got you. I didn't know there was in-game voice chat.
Some of the train things.
Is there, how do I turn the voice chat on? I guess that wouldn't work. My microphone's on my PC, so hopefully you can still hear me okay through the stream, and we'll just go from there. What about a train? Oh, the train's in the way. Okay. I didn't even know you could move those. That's cool. Need to grab this one last piece of concrete, and this will clear this area out. Alright, we're gonna go scrap this concrete real quick. Alright, that is cleared out. Let's see. Alright, I am going to jump in the roller. It looks like you're gonna start on that other end then.
Do you want me to start on this one?
Yeah, if you want to start on that end, I'll start on this end, and we'll just kind of meet in the middle.
I think there's like a delay on the chat, but I can hear you on the video.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, because I don't have a microphone hooked up to my Xbox. I'm running it with a capture card to my PC, so the only mic I have is on my PC, not my Xbox. So there's probably like a 2-second delay or something like that. That one's done. Alright, first road section is done on this end. Really appreciate you coming out here to help with this road. It's a lot of fun.
Middle of the roads too, so it's not all messed up in the middle.
Yeah, it looks like for the road request, it did do the middle section as well once the task completed. Just paved 1,000 meters of asphalt. Achievement pop-up. That's kind of cool. Alright. Alright, that looks beautiful. And it looks like, yeah, it left a little hole in the middle there. That's not a problem.
Is there any other patches on the other road that we need to patch?
Nope, the other road turned out great.
What's next?
Next we gotta plot the route. Alright, let me take a look here. Let's plot this route out. Yeah, we just need to make sure all the vehicles are out of the way. Other than that, I think we're in the clear right now. All right, the vehicles are on their way. I do got to get this big Zix out of the way, though. It's kind of parked in the middle of the road. All right. Did a good job on this road. Yeah, once again, I appreciate you stopping by to help finish out the road. As far as what's next, I'm not sure. Um, we'll get this finished up and see what opens up. I think I have time for one more little project, and then I'm gonna have to call it after that. It is starting to get kind of late, so. That might be a problem. No, maybe not. Okay. Oh, what is that? Bicall 65206. Massive reinforced bed, rock solid reliable chassis, capable of carrying loads of material with ease.
Okay, I'm looking at the map. And I think we're going to need a bridge. How about a quick survey of the riverbank on the other side? Find some high ground and check it out.
I need
We'll need some solid
to
footing for our heavy
move
machinery to
this
cross.
angle a little bit. There we go. That should do it. Alright, let's see. Objectives. Explore the other side of the river. Gotta drive up on top of this mountain. That's what I gotta do next. I do have wide bridges to build the bridge across. I need my scout. Where's my scout at? There it is. Alright, I gotta go climb the mountain. If you want to join me, I'm going to go climb a mountain.
I'm on my way to you.
Okay, sounds good. Oh, is that the Invictus you got there? That thing looks sweet.
Yeah, man, you can try it if you want.
All right. All right, that's done. Let's see. Now we got to build the bridge.
Great. That should work. Looks like we have a few things on the agenda again. First up, establish a route between the workshop.
Vehicles, if you want to try this one.
The quarry has a broken pipe.
Yeah, let me do that real quick.
Second, deliver the pump from the workshop to the La Rose quarry. And while you're there, repair the broken pipe. You'll need a bridge to cross the river to get to the salt mine. So, add that to your to-do list. I've sent you some concrete bridge designs. Just don't get too carried away. But if you do, maybe call it Kelly Bridge. I always dreamt of having something ugly and concrete named after me.
I love the engine sound on this thing. This is great.
You should put it in first person and look around inside too.
All right. Let's take. Oh, that is nice. That is a really nice interior. I like that. Well, that's awesome. Thanks for letting me take it for a little test drive there. Really appreciate that. Alright, we need
Glad you liked it.
Yeah, that was really cool to drive.
Say they might put it on for a DLC, so you can buy it.
Yeah, well, I know it's in the rebuild edition, so I just have to get that. All right, looks like the bridge is 9 slabs, and I've got 5 at the concrete facility right now. So let's get some concrete together and get this bridge built. Sound like a plan? Alright, we got 8. I just need one more slab, and then we'll have enough.
In the wrong place.
What's up? Wrong place?
I was looking in the wrong place.
Oh, okay. Alright, I got enough concrete now.
I'm going there so we can load.
Alrighty. There we go. All right, nicely done.
Lead the way, bro.
Alrighty, sounds good. Thing's really sluggish with all this concrete. There we go. Alright. All you gotta do now is get to the mine on the other side.
Mission, should you choose to accept. The locals seem hell-bent on keeping all construction blueprints paper only. Luddites. That's the problem, because the only ones still in existence are stashed away in the Montville archive. If you find any blueprints, deliver them to the Montville administration. No pressure. But that would really help our rebuilding efforts.
Okay, gotta find some blueprints.
There's some old mines in the mountain range that might have more than a few mine carts. If you need a whole lot of scrap metal, check it out. Or if you just like spooky abandoned mines.
All right.
You won't like this, but we have a serious energy problem. I'm all out of coffee. Also, the railway and the nearby town are suffering an extended brownout. I needed to take a look at the power substation on the north side. Anywho, if you want a safe way inside the mine, you'll need a map. There's one in the flooded village, but it's tucked away inside a safe in the admin building. If you find the safe, haul it over to the workshop down south, and our boys will crack it for you. In the meantime, I'll find some coffee.
You do that, Kelly. All right, well, that is a. I think that's going to be a good stopping point. I appreciate your help. This is a lot of fun getting a viewer together on stream to do some Roadcraft. I really appreciate it. And I got a whole list of things to do for the next one. That's for sure. But yeah, so this has been my foray into Sunken. We got almost 3 hours tonight. I wasn't expecting to go 3 hours, but hey, that was a good length stream here tonight. Appreciate everybody tuning in, especially Mucho Humo for popping out live and jumping in to help me finish the road and haul some concrete. Saved me a whole bunch of time there at the end of the stream here. I really appreciate it. And happy to have you on board next time you catch me live here with some Roadcraft. And until next time, everybody, I will see you on the job site. And pay attention to my community tab. I will be posting the next stream updates there as far as when we're going to be going live with some more Roadcraft, probably over the weekend. So until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.